Hello my beauties, officially 1 week until my explant and I am headed out right now to get a little pre-op lab work. They gave me a form that I just had to request an appointment with Quest and go in, and they check a bunch of different metabolic and vitamins, minerals, and deficiencies and those kind of things. It's like a full blood panel check to make sure that I am good to go for my explant. I do have to pay this out of pocket, which I don't know how much that is yet. I did my hair and makeup on cycle day 2 right now, and I'm feeling pretty good. But I still do not like to get lab work. I used to be very, very afraid of needles, like one of my biggest fears. I've gotten over that over the years, but I still can't look at it. I just don't like getting lab work. Who does, really, right? Nobody. Okay, I just got here. I think these guys might know me by first name at this point. I've been here, I think 4 times in the last month and a half. I've had a lot of lab work done recently. I will say, out of all the places to get lab work, Quest is probably my favorite. I always feel like their workers are the most skilled and they don't hurt my arms from drawing blood. I had one really bad experience at LabCorp. It was like she was just like digging it down into my arm. It hurt so bad. I was bruised afterwards. I forgot my lab order in my car. All right, we got it. Quest is always so easy, but there's actually nobody here with me. Usually you just sign in on this little kiosk, but today I was able to do it right from my phone, so I'm in line and I should get in and out real quick. This is what my order form looks like though. Oh wait, I think they're coming for me.
You have insurance with you?
No, I'm not using insurance.
They pay for that?
I think I pay.
You pay?
I think I'm supposed to pay.
I think they pay.
Okay.
You pay them, maybe.
Okay, perfect.
Fasting today?
No.
No.
Oh, I can't?
Picture.
Okay. Okay, and we're in and out in like 5 minutes. I had to do a blood sample. They just took 2 vials, and then I had to do a urine sample as well. I want to go over some of the other labs that I've had done so far, and then what my protocol is with my practitioners that I'm working with, and also some of the information that my doctors and the nurses there at the actual explant. So I'm going to Dr. Joshua Halpern here in Tampa, and they kind of give me a protocol, and then I'm also working with some holistic functional practitioners that are helping me prepare for this and then post as well. So I already did an MRT test with my functional practitioners, and that's a food sensitivity test. I recently just got that back a few days ago, and we went over everything with that, and so now we're pulling out those foods that I'm more sensitive to and are causing my system inflammation and causing my immune system to be overactive, which has come up on my lab work. So I actually, prior to that, got function health lab work, where you go 2 separate times at certain times in your cycles to get lab work, and it tells you like over 100 different biomarkers and your internal health and a lot of stuff about your deep health. And on that, my immune system was flagged to be overactive and potentially creating or like pre-creating immune disorders or like diseases, those kind of things. So it's just telling me that, hey, my immune system is definitely overactive. My implants, I'm guessing, are absolutely part of that, and then some of the foods that I've been eating as well. So overall, it's just all creating inflammation and sensitivity and stress on my body, and that's part of the reason why we're getting them out and addressing all these different things. Holistic Renewal is who I'm working with. Julia and Lena are functional practitioners, and so they had already given me a protocol when we first started, which was support with my gut health and then also my liver. So they had a few supplements that they started me on: liver nutrients, a detox, and then also, what is it called? Something with biofilms. I forget what it is, but I'll put them all on the screen for you guys so you can see. And then they gave me some other things too to support with my gut health, which I had already implemented, like L-glutamine, apple cider vinegar, and just like prioritizing certain aspects of my diet, which I do that day to day. But then once we got my sensitivity test back, we're like, okay, there's a lot of different things. So now I'm basically gluten-free and dairy-free. Not basically, I am gluten-free and dairy-free. And then there's some other foods. Anything that was above a 1.5 on that sensitivity test, I'm no longer eating. And I also started a sugar detox because I know I'm also sensitive to fructose and just eating sugars in general, so I want to reduce that as much as possible. I always feel absolutely amazing, incredible, awesome when I do sugar detoxes, and it helps me to heal so many different things. So I do them every 6 months or so. So I was due for one anyways, so I started that now a few weeks prior to my explant to start reducing inflammation, and then also through my explant I'll continue it post explant, and that'll help with the recovery, I'm hoping. And then with Dr. Joshua Halpern in their office, there were certain things that they told me to stop taking actually, because it will cause me more bleeding when I go through the surgery. So to stop that, like my digestive bitters, trans resveratrol, L-theanine, NAD booster, digestive enzymes, fish oil, liver nutrients, prenatals, curcumin, GABA, and L-glutamine. So I don't understand why all of these cause bleeding, but they told me to stop them. But they did recommend that I take a D3, vitamin C, and zinc every single day, as well as probiotics and eating foods that are rich in probiotics, which I do that anyways. No smoking of any kind, which is not a problem for me, but no ingestion of any kind of nicotine patches, gum, CBD, marijuana, THC, any kind of thing like that, which I don't consume any of those, but you're not supposed to. And then no aspirin or ibuprofen, and no multivitamins, omega-3s, vitamin blah, 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 biotin you're not supposed to have, or collagen. They could complicate a surgical procedure by inhibiting blood clotting is what it says. And then they told me other things like I need a wedge pillow, which I know I needed that, so I have that ordered from Amazon. Minimize alcohol intake and do not drink alcohol 2 days before your surgery or a week after, which is not a problem for me. They said to prepare your life to be as simple as possible, so I need to start meal prepping for this and just make sure I have food ready to go and in like my freezer and my fridge so that I don't need to cook. And they also gave me some prescriptions that I'm supposed to take, which are Percocet, I guess, Kelflex, I don't know what that is, Zofran, I think that's supposed to help with the anesthesia so that you're not like nauseous, Nexium, Transderm Scope Patch, again, I think that's supposed to help with the anesthesia and like help you not to be nauseous or sick from that, Phenergan tablets, I don't know, I'm just telling you guys everything that I know, Hipiclins, I think that's, yeah, that's a wash that I use. I think that's all of the prescriptions I'm supposed to pick up prior to, because some of them I use the day before and the night before my surgery, like I take to prep me for it, and then I'm also taking during the, or post-op. They do have me on a round of antibiotics, and they say it's like one of the lower grade or the lowest grade one. I really didn't want to take one because I'm just like, I don't want to ruin my gut health, but I need to take one, so. But as of now, we are a week out and it's getting really real. I'm very, very excited. There's a little nervousness here and there of just obviously how it's actually going to go and then the recovery and everything, but more than anything, I'm just so excited. I've also gotten some front clasp and zip bras because I don't want to have to lift anything over my head. And there are a few of the things that the practitioners that I'm working with, I think it was Lena that told me, like I need to get a pouch that holds the drains because I'm gonna have drains from my explant for about a week. I go in a week after to get them removed. During that time I can't shower, so I also need to get wipes to be able to wipe my body down and get clean as possible without showering because I'm not excited about that. I actually need to call today. I'm going to do that after I get off this video to pay the rest of everything I owe for my surgery. You're supposed to do that 2 weeks away, but they haven't called me, so I'm just going to call them. Altogether, I believe it was $8,250, so $8,250, and that includes everything. And from what I researched, that's a pretty reasonable price for explants, especially because he's such a perfectionist and just very well known, very well renowned. More expensive does not always mean better. Ton of research, and from my research, yeah, more expensive is not better, and it's really going with your gut and talking to them and making sure that they care about you, which Dr. Joshua Halpern definitely does. He was just so kind and thorough in everything that we did. So I love who I chose and I'm just really excited. I think I have a few more things that I still need to get. I need to go over all of my protocols and just checklist and make sure I got it all, but I'm basically ready. Like I have all of my lab work done, so I don't need to worry about that. And it's just, you know, waiting until it's here and then going through it. But I'm so excited. It's getting realer and realer. I feel like it hasn't fully hit me. I don't know when or if it will, and I'll just wake up from it and be like, oh, yep, it's real. But I'm really excited. Like, I can't believe it's here. It's been such a long time in the making, and it really is just such a huge part of like getting back to myself and really following what's aligned for me, especially with my walk with God and my health as well. I think the season that I was in when I got them, it's just so far different than where I'm at now, so they don't serve me in any way, and I don't need or want them. And I'm excited about that, and I'm excited to get them out. So that's it for now. I love you guys. Let me know if you have any questions, but thanks for following along.
You're welcome. Yeah, I can shoot you a text too. Perfect. Thank you so much. Have a great rest of your day.
All right, you too. Bye-bye. Okay, so I just tried to pay the rest of my balance for my explant. Apparently I have a limit on that card. I've never known that. I guess I've never spent that much in a day. That makes sense. But the total for my explant is $8,250, which is a reasonable price for an explant, at least from what I researched. And so I had to pay $1,000 deposit to lock in the date of my explant, and then 2 weeks prior you're to pay the rest of your balance of whatever you're getting done. If you're getting a lift, if you're getting fat transfer, or you know, whatever. But I'm just getting my explants out, so that's what that price is for. And so it's actually a week before my date, and they didn't call me, so I just, you know, went ahead and called and tried to get it done. They're gonna run the rest tomorrow, and then we will be all set. So that's, yeah, the price of it. Like I said, it only it includes everything with that has to do with the explant. So I think it might also cover the labs. That might be out of my pocket, but yesterday when I went to Quest, they said that they were paying for it. I'm not really sure. We'll see. That shouldn't be more than like $100, $150 at most, I would imagine. All of my post-op appointments, pre-op appointments, everything else that is included. And then I will have to go get my different prescriptions, and those will cost on top of it as well. Check my list for everything that I need to order, but otherwise I think I'm all set for my explant then. So that's exciting. Officially less than 3 days until my breast explant. Now that the countdown is on, I'm really in the home stretch of preparing. So I want to show you everything that it takes to prepare for an explant, everything you need to do, everything you need to get leading up to the final days, and to make it as seamless and easy as possible, and also prep for post-explant to make that as seamless and easy as possible. So I'm going to show you the behind the scenes of what it takes. Right now we are at Walgreens. I'm picking up all of the prescriptions that my doctor has prescribed me, and I'm gonna grab these and then go home and continue to prep some other things too. We're getting a body wash, we're getting pain meds and antibiotics. It's really starting to feel real and setting in. It's kind of wild. I was here this morning and they just told me to come back in 2 hours, so now we're here.
So you told us $195.20.
Awesome, thank you so much.
Take care.
You too, thank you. I don't know if you could hear, but it was $195 for everything. I got 6 prescriptions, and I'm pretty sure he reduced some of the prescriptions just in case I wouldn't need them. He didn't want me to pay for them, but that was still pretty expensive. I mean, I know it's medications and stuff and I need them, but it's just to keep in mind, I guess. It is so gross out in Tampa today, like raining and muggy. It's also Mother's Day. It's Sunday. It's Mother's Day. And so I was just at lunch with Mason and his family. They came into town, and I had to leave early because Walgreens closed at 2 and it was 1:30, so I just came back. So everything I got was, is it on here? No. How do I know what it is? I don't know what these are. Ondansetron. I don't know what that is. This is like a magnesium. Esomeprazole. Esomeprazole. Magnesium. 40 milligrams. This one has to be my wash. Yeah, antiseptic skin cleanser solution. So I take a shower the night before and the morning of my surgery with that wash to make sure I'm like completely sterile. This is a transdermal patch I put behind my ear the night before surgery to help with anesthesia, oxycodone, and cephalexin. I am so sweaty and gross. I was just spending time with Mason's family and we were walking outside and I'm wearing this little sweater. Just not the vibes for Tampa, obviously. But some other things that I'm doing to prep for my explant is my practitioners told me to juice. So they gave me specific recipes. I think one is celery, apple, and cucumber maybe. And that will help me stay regular as I take the anesthesia and pain meds, because that can definitely back you up. When I got my implants, I definitely experienced that where I got constipated for a few days and it was just not the vibe. So I got a Nama juicer. I also ordered a Breville one. I wanted a stainless steel, but I then realized that stainless steel, like high quality stainless steel juicers, are about $1,200 minimum. And that's a no for me, at least right now. So I ordered a Breville stainless steel one, but then I started hearing a lot of mixed reviews and it's not a cold press, whereas the Nama is a cold press, which is just better for juicing. You're gonna get a lot more nutrients and it's gonna stay, its shelf life is gonna be longer as well. So I think I'm actually going to return the Breville and just keep this Nama one. But yeah, juicing, I'm gonna make a bunch of juices for this week. I've already prepped other food for the week, proteins and veggie dishes. We had a huge batch of bone broth and I've ordered some other supplements too. They specifically told me to stop taking pretty much all of my supplements because it could just affect blood clotting during the procedure and make me bleed out more than what is good, normal, I guess. And they also wanted me to take zinc and vitamin D and K2. So I got those. I stopped taking my prenatals. I'm taking vitamin C every day, as well as magnesiums and a spore-based probiotic. I like the Mega Spore Biotic one. And then pure encapsulations are much of my other ones for those. I forget what my vitamin C is, but it's a liposomal one. I also have an oxy powder that I got for constipation, as well as aloe vera capsules. So that's what they told me to get, is aloe vera capsules, that it'll help me go to the restroom. So those are on the way. I ordered those from Amazon. I'm also ordering wipes, like natural wipes, so I can wash myself basically, because I can't shower for a week while I have my drains in. So I'm gonna need to wipe at least. Hopefully I can like wash my bottom. I don't know. We'll see. That's a little bit TMI, I think, but I'm hoping that I can at least clean myself in some kind of manner, because I don't want to fully not, you know, do a whole week of no cleaning. That's just gross. I also got a wedge pillow, and that is right over here. Like a set that it goes from your knees all the way up to your back. So it's several different pieces, and that's what I had when I first got my implants, and I loved it. I don't have it anymore, so I had to get another one. I also got different bras to be able to wear, like surgical bras, post-surgery bras that clasp in the front. So I have that. And I also need to get some kind of pouch. I forgot about that. I need to order a pouch that holds the drains, because they like stick off of your chest. And yeah, so I need to order that. I think that's a lot of the prep that I've been doing. About 40 hours out from my explant, I'm currently prepping. I'm making some cauliflower mash to go with a salmon dish that I prepared. I'm gonna freeze half of the salmon dish and then I'll have the other half in the fridge, just so I can like save it to be able to eat after my explant. I have a ton of other things in the fridge already prepped and freezer. I'm gonna finish my bean salad. I already started that, and I actually have my camera propped up on a juicer on my juicer that I'm gonna start juicing today as well. And then I have a bunch of work that I need to wrap up, because I'm not gonna be working for at least a week. I'm just gonna focus on healing and just like being calm, especially with my nervous system. And then I'm not gonna be in the gym for 3 weeks, or at least lifting weights. So I worked out this morning. I'm gonna work out tomorrow morning, so I'll work out leading up to it. But then, yeah, afterwards I'm not to lift more than 10 pounds for at least 3 weeks, which is a good amount of time. But when I got my implants, I didn't necessarily take the time off that I needed to, so I definitely want to do this right. And that's why I need people around me to help me help cook for me, help me clean, and just live, because I'm gonna be pretty out of it for, you know, a few weeks. I also have a freezer on the way right now. I'm getting a half cow. It just happened to line up like not very perfectly with everything that's going on, so it's a drive like an hour away to pick up that half cow from the butcher, and the freezer is supposed to be installed in hopefully like 15 minutes, so we shall see. Another thing is I want to clean a lot. I want to do a deep clean of my house. I want to do a bunch of laundry and just like tidy things up, so I don't feel, I want to clean space as I recover, so I don't want to feel overwhelmed or like I'm behind, or that I'm just, I want everything to be at peace, you know, so I'm going to do that too to prep. Less than 24 hours until my explant. Today's the last day to prep everything, prep my body, prep my stuff. So I'm gonna bring you guys along and show you everything I'm doing.
Oh, hello.
Don't look at me.
Huh?
Don't look at me.
Don't look.
All done with my last workout. I did a little bit of legs, a little bit of arms, a little bit of back, a little bit of everything, except for chest. I haven't been working out chest for at least a few weeks, but I would honestly rarely work out chest as it was. It just felt weird for me, so that wasn't really a common part of my workout routine. Anyways, next part of my prep is getting my acrylic fake nails off. I can't have anything on my nails because the anesthesiologist, he needs to see my nails. I guess he can tell like how much oxygen or just like how I'm doing based on my nails. So I have to get all of these off. I'm also getting a pedicure because my toenails are so long. Like I need a pedicure so bad. And it'll just help me feel prettier as I am cut open and wounded. But my nail lady just messaged me and said that she's gonna be late, so I got here early. I still have 30 minutes until she's gonna be here, so I guess I'll just twiddle my thumbs. No, I'm gonna edit some content while I wait. Just got done. I have little nubs. I honestly don't really like my hands without nails. Here, let me show you the full nail hand. Without a sleeve. This is what they look like. I don't know. I just feel like they're so short and nubby. But I like them a lot more with having gotten a manicure. I typically don't know if I've ever really gotten a full manicure, but the nails are destroyed. Seeing them like without any acrylics and that getting taken off, it makes me not want to get acrylics again. Like look how they look really bad. Like they're so weak and frail and just, it's not good. But yeah. So now we're gonna go home. I have a few hours that I can get work done and different things, and then we have to leave for picking up my half cow, which is about an hour away. So today's a little bit rushed, to be honest, but we're just gonna calm down. It's not a big deal if I don't get everything done. It's okay. It's okay. Just got home and had some lunch. I'm eating like normal, like the amount. I'm still cycle syncing, although I am on a sugar detox diet, and I took out the foods that were flagged on my food sensitivity test, but otherwise eating like normal. I did just get a call from Dr. Joshua Halpern's office, one of the nurses, to go over all of the pre-op stuff. So tonight, like going over meds I need to take, showering, things that I need to bring and wear, and all of that jazz. So now I'm gonna go shower right now. I gotta shower tonight and I gotta shower in the morning, but I just got back from the gym, so I definitely need to shower and get some work wrapped up.